You might be thinking to yourself right now, of course I know that. I mean, come on, there's like no contest. It has to be the blue whale, right? Well, actually, if you thought that, you would be wrong, because it turns out that the biggest animal in the world isn't a blue whale at all. So who or what is? To answer this question, we're going to have to go back in time for today's episode of Fake Tank Friday. And by go back in time, I mean approximately 60 million years. That's how old this fossil is, which comes from a species called Basilosaurus, which is Greek for king lizard. And don't let the name fool you, because this thing wasn't a lizard at all. In fact, it was more closely related to whales. Yeah, really. See, this ancient monster was an absolute unit, measuring around 55 feet long and weighing about 90 tons. To put that into context, that's about the length of a school bus, but with a weight that's roughly equivalent to 4 of those buses. And while we usually think of whales as being pretty graceful, agile creatures, the ancient Basilosaurus was anything but. It was basically a whale shark, kinda just floating through the water, using its gigantic mouth to filter out krill and other small fish. But it also had some pretty terrifying features too, like a literal row of razor-sharp teeth along the roof of its mouth. I guess no more worries about getting a filling when you have jaws like that. And while these days, you can only find fossils of Basilosaurus in places like North America, Europe, and Western Asia, scientists think they may have originally evolved in the warm coastal waters of what we today call India. But you probably still want to know, who or what is the largest animal that's currently alive today? So let's talk about the blue whale. As many of you already knew, the blue whale is indeed the largest animal currently on planet Earth, with the closest contenders being the fin whale and the humpback whale. While blue whales can grow up to a whopping 100 feet long and weigh up to 200 tons, the average size of an adult is closer to 80 feet and 100 tons respectively. For some added perspective here, that's about as long as 2 double-decker buses parked end to end and heavier than about 33 African elephants. No wonder why the blue whale reigns supreme as the largest animal on our planet. The sheer size of these magnificent creatures means that they need an enormous amount of food to meet their energy needs. A blue whale can consume over 4,000, not million, but million krill per day. The high protein content in krill makes them an ideal food source for blue whales, providing them with the energy they need to stay active and healthy. However, due to overfishing and other human activities, krill populations have been declining in recent years, which can have a negative impact on the overall health of blue whales and other marine ecosystems. To understand how such a massive animal as the blue whale can even exist, we first have to take a look at the ocean itself. As you probably already know, the ocean is one of the most important ecosystems on our planet, covering over 70% of the Earth's surface and containing a wide variety of marine life. One of the most fascinating aspects of the ocean is its vast size and depth, which creates a range of habitats that support diverse ecosystems. From the shallow coastal areas to the deep ocean trenches, each habitat provides unique conditions that shape the types of marine life that can thrive there. The ocean is home to a wide variety of animals, from tiny plankton to massive whales. Among these creatures, the blue whale stands out as the largest, reaching lengths of up to 100 feet and weighing over 200 tons. These whales are found in all oceans around the world and are known for their distinctive blue-grey colour and long, slender bodies. But how do such large animals manage to survive in the ocean? Well, one of the key factors is the availability of food. Blue whales feed primarily on krill, small shrimp-like creatures that are found in abundance in the ocean. Using their massive mouths, blue whales can engulf huge amounts of krill, consuming thousands of tons per day. This enormous appetite is necessary to meet their high energy needs, which are driven by their massive size and constant movement. Another factor that allows blue whales to thrive is their streamlined body shape, which reduces drag in the water and allows them to swim efficiently. Their large flippers and tail flukes also help them navigate the water with ease, propelling them forward at speeds of up to 20 miles per hour. Additionally, blue whales have developed sophisticated social structures and communication systems that help them find food and avoid predators. They often travel in groups and use a variety of vocalizations to communicate over long distances. These adaptations allow blue whales to thrive in the ocean and maintain their position as the largest animals on Earth. While blue whales are truly remarkable creatures, they face threats from human activities such as fishing and ship traffic. Their massive size makes them vulnerable to entanglement in fishing gear and collisions with ships, which can cause injuries or death. Habitat destruction and climate change also pose risks to blue whale populations. By altering the distribution and abundance of their prey, conservation efforts are underway to protect blue whales and their habitat, including measures to reduce ship strikes and noise pollution. By understanding the factors that allow these magnificent creatures to survive and the threats they face, we can work to ensure that future generations can continue to marvel at the blue whale, the largest animal on Earth. But hey, maybe you didn't click on this video to learn about blue whales. Maybe you wanted to know about the biggest animal in the sea that's not a whale at all. For that distinction, we have to look at the whale shark. Now, despite its name, the whale shark isn't actually a whale or even particularly good at hunting. Instead, this massive fish is a filter feeder, meaning that it spends most of its time just floating around in the ocean with its mouth open, passively filtering out krill and other small fish. Despite their gargantuan size, which can reach lengths of 40 feet and weights of 20 tons, these gentle giants are surprisingly elusive. Whale sharks have been spotted off the coast of Africa and Australia. Scientists believe that whale sharks migrate long distances each year in search of food, and that they can travel at speeds of up to 30 miles per hour. But because they spend so much time underwater, we still don't know a whole lot about them. Now this is where things get weird. See, in 2003, a group of researchers captured images of a whale shark off the coast of South Africa that showed distinct white markings on its body. These markings were different from any known whale shark and suggested that the species may be more diverse than previously thought. Some scientists have speculated that the markings could indicate separate populations of whale sharks, while others have suggested that they may represent a new species altogether. However, more research is needed to fully understand the significance of these markings and whether they indicate true diversity within the whale shark population, in addition to their elusive nature. Whale sharks are also threatened by human activities such as overfishing and habitat destruction. Their slow movement and filter feeding habits make them vulnerable to accidental catches in fishing nets, and their large size makes them susceptible to boat strikes. Habitat destruction caused by pollution and climate change can also impact the availability of their prey, leading to starvation. Conservation efforts are underway to protect whale sharks and their habitats, including measures to reduce bycatch in fisheries and promote sustainable fishing practices. Understanding the behavior and ecology of these magnificent creatures is crucial for their conservation and ensuring that future generations can continue to marvel at the largest fish in the sea. So there you have it. If you thought the biggest animal in the world was the blue whale, then you'd be right on the money. And if you thought it was the whale shark, well, you're also right on the money, but in a different way. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.